Not block spin, sorry, block roll, or you get hit by the roll. You try to respond, I can spin you, you already do low hat or something. It's more so about like reading the player instead of having like a free mix up now.
Yeah.
Now, you said no, but do you think there were some acceptable nerfs? How did you feel about the original damage nerf?
Um, I don't think. All right, well, okay. Compared to the rest of the characters in the game, um, it's not that bad because everyone does around like 38, 40% for their regular B&B that does without bar.
Right.
Um, but when he got nerfed and then like Cyrex still had his nonsense, and see, there's another character that's pretty stupid for damage.
Katana
Actually,
used
no.
to be back then.
Yeah,
Ermac.
Yeah,
dude. Oh my
Ermac.
god. Yeah, yeah, because she can do like the 2-1 EX hat, and then it did so much damage back then. But they nerfed the
Right.
fan for this patch, so it's like fair now. She does. It's hard to even break 50 because they nerfed the like hat. I mean, the hat. Sorry, the fucking fan. Um, I don't know. Back then, his damage was fine because everyone else's damage was stupid too. But since they nerfed it, it's like okay, everyone does around the same damage, so it's not that bad. It's
Do you
just
think, oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying it's just a tool nerf I thought was kind of ridiculous.
So, did you mind the spin being easier to punish?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care about it being easier to punish. It should be.
Okay. Right, okay. So basically, your beef is with the low hat nerf.
Yeah, because like really, it's like I want low hat to be punishable on block to like how it is now, but I think he should still get the advantage he gets when he hits you with it
That
because
makes sense.
because people have to like right now they can just mash like low jab or something, and I can't get continuous offense. I have to be like, okay, well, I hit you a low hat. Best thing I can do is another low hat or overhead because you're out of range to where another low hat will hit you. But if you do jump, overhead will hit you out the air and knock you across the screen.
Well, some have made the point, especially when the patch first came out, that cooldown was actually better because of this, because of the overhead being safer.
Well, the overhead that they argue being safer were the ones from his strings, but I was like, no, because he can't really even touch you with those, because now he has nothing to stand you up long enough to the point where they're actually usable now. Like I'm not going to go to Melina and be like, yeah, I'm gonna do 2-4 1+2. It's just not going to work because two will whiff and she's going to do down four all day. I'm like,
Well,
it takes.
I mean the forward two overhead. Like that
Oh yeah,
went from very very
because like
punishable to
down four stops at two in a certain range. So it's like a guess. It's like okay, if I hit them with 4-2, it's like basically like what 10% maybe. But if they jump, yeah, I can knock them across the screen with the overhead. But if I guess wrong with the low hat, I die because now you can basically see the low hat jump on reaction and punish him before he's able to even recover and block.
Yeah, the
That was,
guessing game's not in his favor anymore.
yeah,
Before he was all about pressure, and if you tried to get out of the pressure and and hit something, and you ate a low hat, it's like okay, you gotta start guessing all over again. That was a lot bigger deal than a random overhead. So yeah, I thought the low hat was nerf was a little much. I think just the spin would have been fine, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah. I think traditionally, from what I've seen in the MK series, that Kung Lao's been a high risk, high reward character. So it makes more sense to me for him to be like, if he hits you with something, he gets a lot of reward for it. But if you block him, he gets punished for it, which is how I was playing the character. But then they like took that aspect away from him, and he feels more like I guess a Shoto now, which in my opinion is fine because I play Shotos, so it makes sense to me for me to use the character that way. But I don't know, I just didn't. I was like, what direction are you guys trying to really go with this character?
He doesn't have a safe option anymore off of his strings.
Right.
It's the problem.
Do you feel that they specifically nerfed him because of your victory at Evo?
I was told that I shouldn't have exploited the character like I did.
Wow.
By who?
Was that NRS that said that?
I'm not saying who was by, but
That's
I'm
yes.
telling you.
I
And I
think
was like, seriously, I'm like, then why didn't you change these exploited characters that have this silly like resets, 100% combos, freaking block infinites and stuff? Like, why is that alright? I'm like, okay, whatever.
well the Cyrax thing, they want to get rid of that. They just can't figure it out.
Dude, how
They
do
got
you
rid of
like?
all the other resets too. The Jax one, I imagine they're gonna fix that in the next patch.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the things that we do, they never even thought of. So, I mean, that's how it slipped past them. They probably never thought about doing 2-4 low hat.
Man, I got hit by that shit at PDP. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, everybody saw that.
I was like, all right, first I was blocking, and the block button stopped working for whatever reason, but, like, they just saw it there because I was like, I remember one time I tried to spin, I was like, okay, this doesn't work, so I'm gonna just block now. And the last time I blocked, and he did like 112 dash up 112 spin, and I was blocking the entire time like, dude, I just hit me.
Wow. So
Would you enter another PDP tournament?
No, it was just one. Oh, would I?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
you gotta use their
I would.
shit. You gotta use their
You
would.
you got to use that stick, man.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't. Fuck
It was
that.
fun.
Did they say anything like when you lose because of their stick malfunctioning?
Well, in their defense, I mean, like, it was the same stick that had been being used that entire weekend by everyone on stage. So, like, I don't know how much the stick was used prior to it. So, I mean, that can contribute to any piece of equipment going out if it's being used, like, nonstop.
That's still a really short lifespan for a stick. For like a $200 stick, it can only last a weekend of constant play.
Dude, $10,000? I'd be so pissed.
I
button
didn't
got
like
canceled on
I don't
Just-
like any tournament where you have to use what they say. I mean, I know it was
Yeah.
the promotion, but that's
Right.
just lame.
That was lame. It was pretty lame.
What's
Just
funny?
like American sticks kill my hands, so I can't really move on them.
Yeah, what's funny is making the players use that ultimately did not promote them at all because everyone was putting them on blast. Everyone saw, everyone was complaining about it. Everyone was saying these buttons are junk. That didn't
Yeah,
really
people
get
are
the
used to their own equipment, so when they're
Right.
forced to use something else, they're only going to be like, oh man, I'm not used to this, I don't like it.
If they had just done a tournament, PDP presents, and you can use whatever you want, and did ads and shit and had banners, they would have got more positive publicity.
Yeah, it would have been better.
Right.
Yeah, I know they were in Game Informer and stuff like that, so I think they accomplished their goal.
Yeah,
It
it's true.
seemed like Hitler. You have to use this.
Yeah.
And it
wouldn't
was
go
way
that
too
far,
soon
shit.
after the game. Yeah, I don't know if it compares to, like, killing the Jews, but it was pretty heinous.
Killing the Jews.
It was Nazism, man.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
It's their way or the highway.
They didn't force you to go there. Like, they didn't put you in, like, a fucking train car and make you go there.
They didn't put you in an oven either.
You're taking this to the extreme.
Yeah, let's...
You brought up Hitler.
As in, this is the way it's gonna be, or you're dead. I mean, that's.
You're not dead, though. You just have to use a shitty stick.
Well, if you wanted to go to that tournament, you were dead. Cause,
Well, I didn't go, man.
I mean, if you wanted to go to that tournament and use your own shit, you were dead. If you went to that tournament thinking you could have used your pad, you would have been dead.
So, who do you guys think would win, RoboCop or the Terminator?
Terminator. Is there any question?
No fucking way, dude.
RoboCop could barely beat those thugs.
I think T1000 would body.
Well, T1000 for sure, yeah.
How is RoboCop has a pistol?
Dude, he has the cyborg strength. Plus,
Yo,
he
he has a pistol and the pimp walk. That pimp walk he
He's
does.
so
he walks.
slow, man.
Yeah, he's hella slow, dude. He can't even run.
It doesn't matter. He's smart.
The Terminator is smart.
No,
Yeah, he has
the
100